Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo, and this is MeWe Fairs, a safe space for authenticity and transformation. We have events throughout the Pacific Northwest, many online, and tonight we have our online fair. We are excited to have 16 practitioners here today. We're going to take turns having everyone introduce themselves, and then during this first hour, we're going to be answering questions from the audience. If you want to ask a question, please let us know in chat, and I'll get you in line. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll be able to ask a question on stage here from your seat in the audience or anonymously. It's up to you. We're going to have all the practitioners introduce themselves so you know who's here and what they're offering tonight. There's going to be lots more information in the fair schedule room shortly, and you can also go to jointhefair.com and scroll down and see everything right there on that page. All right, we've got, I think, 3 new practitioners with us tonight. It's exciting to have new people join us and to have the large community of all of us continue to come back. All right, we're going to hear from Goddess Renata, and then Jared, and then Tracy. And so this is, I should say, now you've got 1 minute, so you all can share a 1-minute introduction, each of you. So tell us who you are and what you're doing. And I'll put a list of all the practitioners and what will be the breakout rooms in the chat so you can see what those are too. So go ahead, Goddess Renata.
Hi, all. Goddess Renata here, New Earth Mentor. This really is just not the same planet that we incarnated to a day ago. It's all different. So I help you create a new life story. I have a couple of techniques. They're not mine, but I combine them. Emotional freedom tapping, emotional parasite release. It helps you get unstuck from wherever you're at in your nervous system, and it helps you create a new life story. Stop by and see me, all right? Doing, I think, 30-minute, 20-minute sessions for $30. Yeah, love to see you.
Thank you so much, Goddess Renata. And then Jared is joining us for the very first time. Jared, thanks for being here.
No problem. Yeah, I'm Jared Carter. I do soul contract readings. So what I do is I take your information, your birth name that was on your birth certificate, and run it through a system that then comes up with your soul contract, your karma, your talents, your goals, and your ultimate soul purpose on why you came to the planet this time, which really helps you to get on that path of what you're here to do, and it can make your life easier. Can also answer some of the questions on why things have happened in your life, looking at the energies that are present in your system. So I'm doing mini soul contract readings. It's just a quick introduction to your contract for $25, and I'm having a talk at 6:30, and anyone who comes to the talk will get a copy of their contract. You may not know what it means yet, but you can come to me to find out what that is, or can have a mini reading. But I'd love to have you come on.
Thanks so much, Jared. Next we have Tracy, then Mike, then Lori.
Hey, my name is Tracy with trulyblessedhealing.com. I am here offering clarity, providing clarity and guidance in regards to all areas of life. I used to go by psychic medium, clairvoyant medium, but I've realized that my gifts are really from my divine intelligence that I've been able to unlock as I've gone down my own ascending and transformation journey. So I'm in breakout room 15. I have a lot of knowledge in grief. And so therefore I will be answering questions about grief, about life, about domestic violence, pretty much all areas that I have a lot of experience in. And so I'm answering questions today for $11.11. I'm doing mini sessions for $33.33 and answering questions at random. And if anything comes to me, if you're very hurt and that comes to me and it's a part of my own recognition, then I'll go ahead and throw that out 100% for free at no charge. So I look forward to meeting you.
Great, thanks so much. We're going to have Mike, Lori, and Anna next, and we're going to rotate some of the people that are up here on the stage so you can meet everybody. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Hi, my name is Mike Hernandez. I'm a professional tarot reader. That's all. I'm the only single mode person here in the entire fair. All I do is tarot. That's all I do. I've got a session on what the tarot can do for you. I'm doing an ongoing all night thing where you can ask me any question you want on the tarot. I don't care how weird or bizarre it is. Come ask me. I can tell you. I'm doing a few readings tonight. I'm now offering tarot mentoring. So if you'd like to get mentored on the tarot, have some private sessions, let me know. I put it up here just in case you want to see it. I book them at 30-minute sessions, so you can actually do one here if you like. I'm proud to be with these guys. They're all good. They're all fun. Enjoy yourself. Go around, visit all the people, sit in their sessions. It's a great time. Hope you have a good time. Hope I see you. Bye.
Thanks so much, Mike. We've got Lori, Anna, and then Julia is next.
Hi, I'm Lori. I am an intuitive oracle card and pendulum reader. I also do herbalism chats. I'm offering all of the readings and everything tonight for $5 for up to a 10-minute reading. And the herbalism, we can do some general question and answer session on herbalism. Like if you want instruction on how to create things, how to make things, we can do some manifesting. We can burn some bay leaves together. Just some simple, easy tips for you tonight. Go ahead and come and see me in breakout room 10.
Great. And you're joining us for the first time too, I believe. Thanks so much for being here and part of the community.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So then we've got Anna and Julia and then Jenny.
Hi, I'm Anna and I am a hypnotherapist. And I learned that when people go into a trance, they often open a door and they start thinking differently. They often start talking differently. And I learned that if I go into a trance, I can channel. So we are going to first talk. You can ask questions and we're going to pull cards and you can ask questions. And if you have something more private, we can go into a room and do a session.
Great. Thank you so much, Anna. Next we have Julia, then Jenny, and then Alina.
Hi, everyone. As Lorelei said, my name is Julia, and I am very grateful to be here with everyone tonight, the practitioners and the audience alike. I have several modalities to offer today, including light language, animal communication, medical intuition, and mediumship. I specialize in relationships through psychic readings, be it love life or just how people relate to each other. And I have a website that is Mystic Milieu. That's all one word. So MYSTICMILIEU.com. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Julia. And I'm going to switch some people around again, and then we're going to hear from Jenny and Alina and Mary Bear. Just hold on one moment as I move some of us around. Okay, great. And I'm going to bring more of us up.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Jenny Capella with Miracles with Jenny, and I assist people when they're going through crisis, life transitions of all different kinds. For example, I've got clients who are 64 years old and all of a sudden their company laid them off and they had no idea it was coming. And you can imagine what a crisis that is. And hopefully none of you have been through that, but I do work with people on those kinds of crisis levels. I also work with people in relationship crisis or transitions. Sometimes they're positive transitions. Somebody has been looking for 30 years for a relationship and suddenly there's an opportunity in front of them and it feels right, but they're terrified. And so it's all about grounding and kind of, feeling your way through those transitions. And sometimes, sadly, it could be death of a loved one. People come to me for those as well. And it's really an intense period of time when people go through these, even if they're ones that are a little bit more positive feeling. Tonight, I'm doing a talk, speaking of ground shaking events, and it's going to be all about chaos to compass and gaining a sense of clarity and grounding during those kinds of times. I'm also doing readings in my public room. The readings will be by donation. And then I have a private room if you'd like a private session. And those will be $33 for 20 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. We all look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Jenny. We've got Alina and then Mary Bear and then Kelsey.
My name is Alina, also known as Subtle Matters, and I blend crystal healing, neurographics, and astrological oracle readings using the deck called Symbolon. I will be offering the collective one-card short readings for free by donation, and I have a selection of private readings at a discount. I'm also offering a talk titled Transformative Art for Meditation and Self-Help, What It Is and How to Do It. And I will guide you through all the steps of that. It's at 6:45 Pacific and 9:45 Eastern. So feel free to drop by, get a short reading, get a private one if you feel so inclined. And stop by for my talk in room 1 if you can make it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Alina. We've got Mary Bear and Kelsey and Dr. Lincoln.
Hi, all. I'm Mary Bear. I am a certified Akashic Records practitioner, spirit guide medium channel. I assist clients in communication with their loved ones that have crossed. I run a seminar called Link of Lives, where I assist in grief counseling and support. And tonight I'm doing a ceremonial experiential on the Akashic Records and information, practical, grounded, guided, experiential to help you understand what Akashic Records and unpack how you can discern what's best for you at this time. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mary Bear. Next, we have Kelsey, Dr. Lincoln, and Lynn.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey. I'm a holistic health practitioner and a nervous system guide. My work is all about helping people who feel stressed, overwhelmed, and stuck reconnect with themselves by calming and healing their nervous system. And we think that stress comes from the mind, which is true, but it also gets stored in your body. So that's what I help people do, is look at where the stress is stored in the body and work on releasing it. So tonight we're going to do that, and we are going to do a stress relief exercise. And after that, I'll be guiding a somatic meditation to release the stress in your body as well. So come check it out and work on connecting with yourself and coming into greater harmony and peace within yourself.
Great. And before we have the next introductions, those of you that were here earlier know that we're going to be doing an intuitive panel right after this, where we answer questions from the audience. Those of you that have recently arrived, if you'd like to ask a question of the panel, please put your name in the chat. Let us know. You can also share your full name and your birth date information if you'd like any of the practitioners to use that in their readings. You have the opportunity of coming on stage with us, asking from your chair in the audience, or asking confidentially. So you can also send me privately your information if you want, and I'll share it with practitioners. And now we're going to hear from Dr. Lincoln and Lynn and Dolly.
Hi, I'm at mindstrengthbalance.com, and I'm a psychotherapist and a physicist, and I'm creative, which is why I like to be here, because it's very open-minded and somewhat free thinking, out of the structures that I'm used to. And I work with people in altered states, which is, frankly, all of us and all of our minds, almost all of the time, except when we're not thinking. So that includes history and trauma and relationships. And I try to talk about your brain, but most people kind of don't like going there, but it's really important. So I talk about, the rhythms of your brain and your habits and your attitudes and things that you don't think you can train, but you actually can. So I also have a talk on, I'm not sure what, I'm specifically talking about, your nervous system, dreams, trauma, mindfulness, self-love, all the important stuff. Thanks. Join me.
That's great. Thank you so much, Dr. Lincoln. I believe next we have Lynn and then Dolly. Go ahead, Lynn.
Hey there. I'm Lynn. I am a medium, a medical intuitive, a remote viewer, and a guide consultant. I seem to specialize in newbies, as I was telling a friend of mine recently, which is why my room, which will be 11 tonight, is called the Psychic Jungle. What's out there? How does it work? A lot of people with a lot of questions, a lot of people waking up to their abilities. So, again, got a question? If I can't answer you, I can at least send you in the right direction. But I've been doing this for about 20 years. So I, got a lot of experience under my belt. All right, now in terms of readings that are available tonight, I've got mini readings, 10 minutes for $10, and I've also got private readings. The mini readings are public. The private readings are 30 minutes for $35. So we usually have a really interesting, rollicking conversation, so come join me in room 11.
Thank you so much, Lynn. And then we are joined by Dolly, who also, I believe, is joining us for the first time, not in our first online event, but in our first online fair. Thank you so much, Dolly. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Dolly. I am an intuitive reader. I also read cards as well, and I am an energy healer. And I hope to see you guys soon, and I will be providing mini reads in my room.
Great, thank you. Let me come back over here. I'm getting the fair schedule set up again. After rebooting, all right, and I'm going to let another person in. All right, we are getting ready to start our intuitive panel. A few things before we start. This is a great opportunity to learn from all that's asked and all that's answered, whether or not you are asking a question. It's a great opportunity to practice opening your intuition. If you know you're intuitive, if there are tools that you use like cards or a pendulum, feel free in your own space to see how you would answer someone's question. It's a great opportunity to see if we answer in a similar way that you would. It's confirmation that we're all tapping into the same thing. If you do have information come through you that might be for the person asking the question, we'd appreciate it if you'd keep that and hold that until we finish answering for them. And then if you want, you're welcome to private chat them and see if they'd like to hear what came through you. It's possible that they're full. Just trust that they're honoring themselves and doing the best they can, and that it came through you for some other reason. So please honor whatever they share. And also, I think this is true whenever you do reading with anyone, and particularly when you're doing it in a public format. When you ask a question, when we answer, if we go deeper than you want us to go, or we talk about these other topics that you don't want us talking about, and you just want us staying over here, give us feedback, interrupt us, help us answer in a way that's going to honor you. All right, great. And all right, let me put some more notes about who wants to ask questions. This is great that people are interested. Okay, let's see. And I don't know who wants to come up and who wants to be anonymous, but so far we have AC, AE in line. And then we also, yes, and AC's given us information a couple times. So we so far only have 2 people in line. And AC, it looks like you're first. Do you want to come up on stage? Do you want to ask from your chair?
Sure.
Do you want to, which
Sure,
thing
I'm
did you
an
want to
open
do?
book.
All right, we're going to bring you up here. And yeah, so just everybody that's here, keep in mind we are recorded and this is going up on our YouTube channel. And so let me go find you now to bring you up. Let's go find, and great, there you are. All right, and so practitioners, we'll probably aim to have like 5 or 6 of you at most answer each question. You'll have a minute to answer the question, and then if you start going long, just keep in mind I will do something like this to give you an idea to finish up. All right, Angie, what is your question? And you can combine several questions together. We know sometimes like big opportunity.
Well, like I said, I'm there's so much going on in my head and so much that I'm open to wanting to know. I don't know where to start. So I just kind of was wondering maybe about past life information, if that's available at all, or I had a really unfortunate circumstance where I found out my birth father was not my father about 8 years ago. So I went through a whole transformative change. And I'm hoping that there's a reason. I'm hoping there's a reason I was brought into the world under such deception, and circumstances. And I'm wondering if, I'm wondering so many things. So I'm open.
Great. Yeah, let's see what people have to share about this. And practitioners, if you can raise your hand in the computer function, the Zoom function, that would be the easiest way for me to know that you are ready. And I see we've got several other people in line. I'm getting people in line. So who's got an answer? Okay, I see Anna's ready. Okay, go ahead, Anna.
Okay, past lives. When you have some emotion or some behavior that you cannot understand, like you keep doing it and like, why I'm doing it. And also if you try to analyze it, to investigate, and like, I have no idea why I'm doing it. Or some physical issue that doctors like, we don't know why. Then you may explore past lives. And often you discover that, yes, you have a memory, you have a pattern that lives inside, and you have to let it go. So I pull the card, and it's ritual. Ritual create a special tradition. So even though you have this a deception at your birth, maybe you can create some ritual that would help you to make peace with this. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Next, we have Tracy with an answer.
Well, like I said,
Tracy, what is your question?
I, I'm there's so much going on in my head and so much that I'm open to wanting to know. I don't know where to start. So I just kind of was wondering maybe about past life information, if that's available at all, or
So, hi, Angie. When you first popped in here, the thing that I noticed most about you is there's so much hurt and pain in your eyes. And I honestly got emotional when you popped in. And, Angie, I believe that you're going through a lot of grief right now, and you're going through this transformation process. And I know you asked about soul life and contracts, but I have to just give it to you straight. And you're going through this transformation process, and it's been hard for I believe for your soul to transition with this process, and the grief with allowing that old part of those emotions to go. And then there's also this, I don't know if it's your kid or if it's a kid close to you, but there's this young man that has been weighing on your energy and your mind and your heart just as well. The older man, the father, I definitely sense that, but this is bigger than past life, what you're going through. This is your heart needing to heal. Your heart is crying out, someone love me. And my heart, honestly, is kind of broke for you. So that's what I immediately gathered from you. And but rest assured that things are transforming for you and they are improving. So there's my time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. And then Goddess Renata has something to share. Go ahead.
Oh, it's so interesting how all of us are like in the same ballpark, on the same, actually on first base. It's quite cool. So I just had some cards and I popped out the King of Clubs. And so, that is about following your own authority for sure. And the K represents that two energy. So unify what is before you. Whatever the story is you got going on about lack of purpose and why did this happen to me? Yeah. So unify that.
Yeah.
Like unify those feelings. That's the healing that happens. And then that's the ripple out into the collective. That's the ripple out. Like just embracing. Embrace it to erase it. Like, oh, this creates confusion. I'd like to clear up this confusion.
Yeah.
That's doable, but just the continual questioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's certain questions I will never get an answer to. They're gone, So, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress the last 8 years. I found out in 2017 I've done great strides, with my education, and I moved where I wanted to move and start fresh and all these things. But there's still things inside, and I've got to come up with a way to heal those that, I will never have an answer to.
And we've got 3 more answers for you. Goddess Renata, is there anything else you wanted to share? Or are you?
Yeah, it's almost like stop trying so hard to figure it out. I think thinking is highly overrated. Highly overrated.
Yeah.
Highly
we've
overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go. Just go. You're good.
We've also got answers for you from Kelsey, Jenny, Dr. Lincoln, and then we'll be going on to another question. So go ahead, Kelsey.
Yeah, that really resonated what Goddess Renata said about like trying to get the answer. We can like kill ourselves trying to figure things out and know all the whys. And so maybe checking that out for yourself is like, why do you feel that way? Usually that kind of stuff, it just is guiding us back to ourselves and like getting in deeper touch with ourselves. I'm curious if that's a part of your journey now. The identity, the ego, it wants the answers, and it always will guide us back to our spirit and our soul, which is like here right now. So it seems like you're on a quest of like doing that and coming back home to you. I think embodiment work can help a lot. Like if you're feeling like you want all the answers and the whys and the hows understood, like coming back to your body could help a lot, and beginning to open up the doorway to see where blockages are within yourself. Because usually we come into the world, we inherit a lot of like energies and traumas from our family lineage. So uncovering that might be a really good place to start for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. And then we've got, I think, is it Jenny and then Lincoln? Yeah, go ahead, Jenny.
Hello there, Angie. Thank you so much for coming on stage tonight. So when you first showed up, I sensed a very strong in your third eye, a very powerful third eye feeling coming from you. And I felt like there might have been a little bit of holding back or some kind of block. And the thing that was interesting to me was listening to you describe about finding out about the dad. And then the parallel that I saw with a past life where you were somebody, I don't know if it was a priestess or something, but you had a lot of knowledge and third eye in particular. And so there's some parallel that I'm seeing about not quite knowing where you fit, where your place is in the world. And so back in that past life, there was a sense of, I've got all this knowledge, but nobody's listening to me. You know, who am I? What am I? And then going through this with your dad or, you know, the father situation was very challenging. But I feel like the opportunity is as you heal, as you go through the hurt and the pain, you're going to be able to help a lot of other people. There's people on this planet right now, star seeds, light workers, who feel very much not at home, trying to figure out where they fit. You have that direct experience, I feel, on a soul level from the past life and then from even going through this. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get back on track? And who am I? Where am I going? Who am I without the circumstances? Who am I without the pain? So that's what I see. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Then we've got Dr. Lincoln.
Hi, Angie. I think everybody who encounters trauma is given an opportunity. And I try to encourage people to embrace the opportunity and see themselves as a warrior or a fool or a sage. And it's about what you've stepped into. It's not all about you. It's about what you can do. It's what makes life meaningful. I think a person needs to look at their lineage and where it came from to understand not what was done to you, but what opportunity you have to understand what other people screwed up and bungled and handed off to you. And the bigger your trauma, probably the stronger you are. I try to convince people that if you're really struggling, it's because you actually are taking on the strength. Because you could just ignore it. You know, a lot of people just ignore this stuff. But it's not ignorable to you because you want to make progress, and it's progress for everybody.
It needs to be, it was so horrible. I need to make something good out of it for somebody, you know, if it's not myself, that's fine, but something good has to come out of this for somebody somewhere.
Oh, you know, it's so much bigger than you and your birth, and it's your lineage and your future and everybody else's future. So there's a lot you can do.
Thank you.
All right, great. Sorry, Mike, we're out of time, but I'd love to have you answer another question. Angie, thank you so much for coming up on stage.
Thank you all
for
so
asking
much.
a question,
Thank you.
And we look forward to supporting you the rest of the night as well.
Thank you.
All right, so the next we have AE wanted to ask a question, and you don't have to show your face. You can ask from your seat. Did you want to unmute and ask from where you are?
Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. I have a cold right now, so I'm sorry about that.
We can hear you. It's okay.
Okay. But basically, I'm basically worried about where my life is headed, like right now. Like, I feel like I've been pulled in so many different directions, but it never like felt quite like a right fit for me. Like, I feel like it's always something like, it's like, I don't know, like, I'm currently like in college right now, and I feel like everybody's so successful and like passing me by, and I'm just still here struggling to like make it through. And I've always felt like so isolated or like disconnected from everyone and everything around me. So just basically like, I guess some basic guidance about that would be helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Great question. And Mike is all ready. So go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so right off the bat, the first thing I need to tell you is don't worry about what everybody else is doing. I'm 70 years old. I've had 4 different careers that I didn't plan for any of them, and I just was thrust in them. I did the work, I kept my head down, had fun, and I was very successful in all 4. So don't worry what anybody else is doing. It's irrelevant. Worry about what you're doing and how you're moving forward and what you like and what you want to do. and then pursue it. Some things take longer than others to do, and some things just fall in place. Watch for doors to open. Some people don't like to take risks. You got to take risks if you're going to live life. Every one of my careers started with as a risk, and it's a door that opened, and I said, okay, I'll walk through it. Let's see what happens. So and I wasn't worried about what so and so was doing, or Mick, or Jerry, or anybody else. It looked interesting. I wanted to do it, and I went and did it. So again, don't worry about everybody else and whether they're making it, whether they're not making it. Worry about what you want to do, focus on that, and try to start doing it. There's no, I used to be a programmer, and there's no programmer saying, we want this as the end result, so let's backtrack and work from there. That's what you need to do. I hope that's helpful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank
We've
you.
got Tracy, Goddess Renata, and Lori in line. Go ahead, Tracy.
Hi, Amber. Thank you so much for your question. You know, it's interesting, Amber. What you're going through right now is this transitional period of isolation. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in the universe? And you are okay not to answer either way.
I believe in like there being like a higher power or a most high, but not necessarily like the like Christian God, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a lot of like religious trauma, being like growing up in the Southern church. So once I moved for like college, I really like disconnected from all of that. Um, yeah.
Okay, and that makes perfect sense, and that's exactly why it popped up. Right now, because you're going through this isolation period, Amber, it's very important for you to not take this as a sign of anything bad, because what this is it's reshaping you, and it's molding you to be, basically you're being shown your power from within. And so when you're going through this period right now, and especially with some of your energy, you have a lot of sensitive energy around you. And so some of the people that your energy has kind of isolated away from, it's actually for your good. It's actually to help raise your vibration, because some of those energies were lower vibrational energies that I feel like we're bringing you down per se. And so right now you're going through this period where your energy and your vibration is trying to raise and get higher. So when you mark that point where those opportunities, those doors of opportunities are open for you, you won't have those lower vibrational energies that's tearing you down. So when those opportunities open, then you're stepping right in and you're jumping face forward. And yeah.
Thank you, Tracy. Next, we have Goddess Renata.
Thank you.
Hey, Amber, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. All right. So self-inquiry is super important. I asked you how you were doing, and you asked me how I was doing. Okay, that works. So self-inquiry is really important. You're good. You have a life path of 7. So you're gonna like cut your nose off to spite your face. You're gonna check things out to make sure they make sense to you. You're gonna develop your own life philosophy. And that tends to make you be a little bit aloof. That tends you to make you not want to hang with the crowd. I've got that 7.
Yeah.
You know, so like own that, claim that, and then integrate your lesson. Like, what have you learned by dissing or deconstructing from the religion? Good for you. And then becoming a critical, discerning spiritual being. That's what's happening. Give yourself permission to do just that. And then the formula for success is be, do, have. Be that which you want to emulate, my friend. Okay?
Okay.
Great.
Like
Thank you
that.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Goddess Renata. Next, we have Lori.
Okay, hi. So it's funny listening to everyone else speak as to what you need to be doing. I feel like we're all kind of on the same wavelength. While you were talking, I drew a card for you, and I got I don't know if you can, I
Hold
don't
it in
think you
front
can
of your
see it with
face. Hold it in front of your face.
Okay. You see it? So it's a peacock card, and it says to stand out and be noticed. Like stop shrinking away from people just because you feel like they're more successful than you. Just because they look like that on the surface doesn't mean that they don't have some weird thing going on inside. So don't compare yourself to them because you're not them. So you stay in your own path and use this opportunity that you have to kind of just learn about yourself and learn, why you're feeling different from people and use that to your advantage. That may be something that those people need.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank
Next
you.
we have answers from Kelsey and Anna also.
Sweet Amber, I feel your energy is really sweet. And something that I caught that you said was that you feel disconnected from the world around you, the people around you. And essentially, what we see in the external world is a mirror of what's inside of us. And so I think there's an opportunity to check out where you can connect deeper with yourself. And that's kind of the medicine that seems to be calling, if that resonates with you. You can just simply ask the question out loud, write it down, and let your intuition guide you. It'll come into your energy sphere without you really needing to do anything. The answers will come to you. I also am intuitively feeling that there's some pain to process, like there's some pain that needs to be felt and breathed alongside of. And whether that's your journey now or maybe more in the future, that's just something to kind of take note of. And I just want to send you lots of love.
Thank you. I've had
Great.
some really odd experiences, especially today. Like I was like walking from campus and like a hawk literally like fell out the sky and landed on the ground and it died in front of me. So like yeah, like it's always something. Like I think I get a break and it's just something else. So thank you so much.
Great, and we've got one more answer for you, Anna. Oh, Anna, let's get you unmuted. Anna, let's let her at mute.
Hi, I'm muted now. So I pull the card and I try to hold it in front of me so it does not, and of course, turn it around. And it was so interesting because it's beauty. And I thought how beauty is connected to your question. And then it came to me that we learn to concentrate, to pay attention to pain and to problems and to search for answers. But to really discover who you are, you need to keep asking yourself, what is beautiful to me? Not to anybody else, but to you. What is delightful? What is uplifting when you feel beautiful? And follow it like a compass and see.
That's great. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Anna.
Thank you so much, Anna. It was nice meeting everyone.
Thank you, Amber. Thanks for asking a question, letting us support you. Next, we have CS in line, and then we have RM in line, and then J. CS, do you want to come up or do you want to ask from your seat? Do you have a question you want me to read?
I'll come up.
Okay, great. Let me move one of us off and bring you up. Oh, I know who this is. Great. What is your question?
Yeah, my question is, I have been in an awakening process, well, since 2017, and I've studied all different types of spiritual modalities just for my personal growth. All types, like astrology, tarot, Akashic records, channeling, I mean, all kinds of things, but I've never practiced with other people. It's just all for my personal growth. And I really want to share that with other people. And I'm just kind of not sure what specifically that is. I have some ideas. And I have been involved in the practice circle a little bit to kind of help with that. I'm just wondering if something might come up as far as like a timeline. I have a current job, and trying to figure out the pace of maybe starting a business or practicing more to get more comfortable with my gifts, and still trying to figure out what that is. And I just wondered if anything comes up regarding those things.
Great,
you.
thanks so much. We've got Mike in line and then Goddess Renata after that.
So I got a quick question for you. Why do you feel you need a timeline?
Well, like I have a regular job. I'm just trying to fit things in, I guess. Yeah.
Because I would suggest that you let this grow organically. Like when I got my gift of reading the tarot, I was working at Microsoft, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Talk about a pressure environment there, right?
Right.
So I was doing Microsoft when I was getting into the tarot, and I started doing more professional readings about the last year and a half that I was at Microsoft. So something like you're talking about can be done, but like I say, maybe let it grow organically, right?
Yeah.
Don't put a timeline on it. Just as you grow in skills and as you grow in experience, then start branching out, right?
Right.
If there's any psychic fairs where you are, start reading at those. If there's a metaphysical store, start reading at one of those. Once you get comfortable reading for people, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest.
Okay. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. There's a rumor Carol might be at an online fair sometime in the near future. All right.
Yeah.
Next we have Goddess Renata, and then Alina, and then Tracy.
My first oracle card that popped out says, I keep what I have by giving it away. You've been giving it away to yourself. So just like Mike said, like reduce the expectation that it needs to look a certain way. You're already doing the dance. Learn some new steps. You're okay. Like that overcritical part of us, that dangling carrot. I say, eat the carrot, expand your own vision. Go for it. And laugh a little, laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. You're like way too serious about this, and your tone in your voice, like you're way too serious, Carol. Like you're good. Go for it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, great. That's Goddess Renata, and then we have Alina and Tracy. Alina.
Okay. So I pulled deception. And that is the word of warning. As you go looking for the ways to explore your spiritual gifts, beware of the scammers. Because they are in abundance. And this is kind of the one thing for you to keep in mind. Go explore, go anywhere and everywhere, but keep your antenna up and make sure you're not getting into something that will end up being a big fat scam. I unfortunately see those a lot on Facebook. So that's one thing. Another thing is maybe be like that deception a little bit. Work with the partner and do it covertly before you are out in the open, and see if that works. Because keeping your secrets to yourself, especially these days, may work better than just being completely out in the open about everything.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, Alina. Next we have Tracy.
Hi, Carol. You share my mother's name just as well. Carol, a couple of things, and you and I might want to have a one-on-one, but a couple of things popped out to me. I agree with the organic timeline and allowing things to grow organically and also starting out small. But one thing that popped out the most is, Carol, you're kind of your own critic per se. You're allowing fear to kind of hold you back a little bit and not believing so much in your abilities. You are a master creator. But the problem is staying focused on one. And so where's your passion at? What exactly is that area on everything that you've learned? There's Reiki, there's energy that I feel like you would do exceptionally well, but where's your passion truly drawn to? Something about children has popped up for you as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Tracy. Next is Mary Bear.
So, all that being said, I feel like for you, there is a level of spiritual balance that needs to occur. So, I would agree with mentally getting in your way when you're trying to serve others. You have the Chariot, which to me is, looking at the bigger picture. So the Chariot is in the solar realm. So the chariot is about moving from the lunar realm, the earthly realm, problems, our hangups, our criticisms of ourselves, our own dramas. The solar realm is big picture. And the chariot wants to get out of all the muck and see the big picture, right? And to me, that says, like, when you're getting in your own way, remember why you're here and why you're doing this work. You're here to serve, right? And so all of these tools that you've acquired, it's great to acquire tools, but if you don't use them, then, you know, you're not, you can acquire more tools, but and stay in rumination. So you have an air card in here of danger, which is like, you can sit on the fence for a long time. So you just got to, like what everyone else said, kind of tying up, you just got to kind of get out of your own way.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Next we have Anna, and then we'll go on to the next question.
So I pulled a card which says, take care, which means that fear is important. People say, you know, ignore fear, do it anyway, push through it. But if you just sit with every part of you and ask, what is it that you are afraid of? Write it down and then see what is kind of totally, you know, outdated and what you have to listen to. And build skills, because people take skills. You have to know how to take care.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much, Carol, for being here as part of preparing for whatever is coming next for you. Thanks for all the ways you're stepping in, and thanks for exploring how to step in even more.
Thank you, Lorelai.
You are welcome. All right, next we have RM. Do you want to come up on stage? Do you want to ask from your chair? What would you like to do? You are muted. Let's get you unmuted. Yeah, you're still muted. Great.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you want to ask from there, or do you want to come up on stage?
I'll ask from my chair.
Okay.
So I lived in a place for, I don't know, maybe about 8 years. And during that time, for about, I'd say it was like the happiest time of my life. A specific 5 year period, I felt like was just the happiest time of my life, and everything was just going so well. And then all of a sudden, everything just went terribly wrong in every area of my life there. I guess this happened about 6 years ago, and it's only just now that I'm starting to come to a place of acceptance about it. It's been really, really difficult to accept, and I've always thought I could get back to it and get everything back, but it just hasn't happened that way. So I guess I want to know, why did this happen? Is this something that I chose before I incarnated in this lifetime? Did somebody do something to me on a spiritual level for this to happen? It was an incredibly painful time in my life when everything fell down, and I guess I would just love to have some insight and understanding why it happened, and to help me move on totally from the whole episode. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for, very, very heart included question. All right. Goddess Renata, I know has something, and then Tracy. Go ahead, Goddess Renata. And practitioners, if you haven't answered, please come up. You get priority. Go ahead.
Thanks for that insight, Rosemary. Thank you very much. Gosh darn it. When that first letter in your name is an R, it's about completion. So if there's like a purpose here, the success for you is to honor the completion, closure, you're done. And whatever that process is for you, to really notice that, to take note of that, because that's how you ripple that out in the collective. You know, we all heal by humility, right? When we all have our lessons. That's part of what you're doing, is you're rippling that out, like closure, time to step up to the next level. And you get to pick that.
Okay, thank you.
That's a success for you. Then the other letter, which is an M, which is about health. So, you know, there's multitude of things that are going on, right, that we can manifest. So paying attention to your health and taking care of those things that manifest. And the other one, the sixth letter is like a little warning for you, which is an A, which means one, to initiate. So close it down. However the process is for you that you do that, but honor that you're letting those things go, which is what you're talking about. But you don't get to go back. I mean, you can ruminate, which is what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, okay, you got it. You're shaking your head when I get you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
Thanks,
Rosemary.
Goddess Renata. Tracy is next, and then Lynn.
Hi, Rosemary. Thank you so much for chiming in. Rosemary, you know, for you, it's interesting because I agree. Everything's kind of taken a 360-degree turnaround. And I feel like the emotions that you've been experiencing, they're not new emotions. These exact emotions stem from a particular incident that happened in your childhood with possibly a loss of a childhood friend. These could be separate situations, but what you're being asked is to go back to the root of where these emotions are coming from. Where can you identify all of these emotions that have been stored in your nervous system back to the last traumatic event that you experienced to try to uncover the root cause of really what's underlining to heal, to let go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the number one that popped up from me for you.
Thank you very much.
You're so
Thanks.
welcome.
Tracy, next is Lynn, then Alina, then Mike, then Anna. So go ahead, Lynn.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was someone before me. Okay. All right. Hey, Rosemary. I'm thinking a couple things. One, it wasn't so much the place you were living as it was the people around you in that place that made it a really good period of time. And conversely, when everything went pear-shaped, it was the people around you who tanked it as well. So I'm not trying to absolve you of responsibility for the things you need to work on. I agree with what the other readers are saying along those lines, but there's also an element of this I want to caution you. It's not all your fault. There were people around you who made a whole bunch of really bad decisions, really toxic decisions, and you got to deal with a lot of the fallout. So yes, there's taking personal responsibility, but then there's also the tendency to say, oh my God, I must have done something wrong. How do I fix it? Not all of it was your fault. So I just want you to realize that some of it has to do with other people's free wills and making poor choices. And definitely agree. I'm not sure which reader, but about some of these folks are still kind of circling or hoovering around you. It's time to let them go.
Right. That so makes sense. Yes, there was definitely a group of people involved in the good and the bad, like you say. That makes complete sense. And it does make me feel a little relieved to feel that I don't have to heap 100% of the blame onto my own head. So thank you.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
Great. Maybe I did goof. Maybe Tracy was in front of you. Tracy, did you already go? I thought you did, but you did. Okay, great. Then we have Alina and Mike, and then Anna. Go ahead, Alina.
This is Master. Learn from your experiences. This is only going to make you wiser. It's hard. It's especially hard when you're in the middle of all of that. And last thing you want is a learning opportunity. You want out. Um, this is for you to take as an experience that will only enrich you going forward. Master knows a lot and learned a lot and lived a long life. And if he doesn't know, he knows where to find information. So that is for you to just learn from. This is probably not a consolation, and this is may not be a final solution. I may be off with my cards today, Moon is void, but this is kind of where I see it. Once the dust settles, you have learned something.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. Next we have Mike, then Anna. Go ahead,
Okay,
Mike.
so I pulled a card I pulled a card and I saw one thing. In life, you have to go through different things, both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is a journey that you have to make. There are lessons to be learned, and I hope that you pick them up and you learn from them. But the long and short of it is you're going to do fine. You're going to get through this period just fine. There's no indication that you've got to freak out or anything. So again, I would just take into consideration what you've learned, if anything, and then move on and just put it behind you. That's easy to do and just let it go, just like everybody else has said.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
And maybe I'll just jump in and share. And if you want to practice something physical for that, literally pick up a tennis ball and then drop it, right? And pick up the tennis ball again and drop it. And you're learning to drop things and let them go.
Okay. Thanks, Laurie.
And so next in line, we have Anna and then Dr. Lincoln.
So I pulled this card, and it was very interesting because it's a car in a very kind of this condition. It's been through a lot. So if you imagine and a car is saying, I take care of myself. So if you imagine that you are in a car and it's a nice road and you're driving, everything is so nice, and all of a sudden there is storm, there's snow, there is some accident, and the road is like this. When you have a moment, you have to check your car. You have to see if there's anything that you need to take care of so you could get through it. Because you have to get back on a good road, but you cannot do it without your car. So take care of your car.
Yeah, that does make sense. Thank you, Anna, because I do, ever since that event happened, my health has not been good, and I'm still trying to get out of that. So I guess that's my car. So thank you.
Great. And Dr. Lincoln has something for you too.
On the metaphor of the car, and I think almost everyone who's spoken and listened talk about your intention, a person's intention. I just wanted to throw in the other aspect, which is what I try to do most of the time with people, but people are kind of resistant, and that is you are receptive, responsive, and reactive in certain ways that determine what you see, what you're aware of, and how you react. And these are skills, just as Lorelei says, practice dropping things. You can practice focusing, you can practice thinking, you can practice feeling. You can change your reality by recognizing that you have certain habits of perceiving your situation. You can amazingly just become relaxed. It may not seem natural, but you could be. And if you look at people in extreme situations and you wonder how they get through it, it's usually by going to a different level of consciousness. And it's really available to you, either in small steps or in large steps. But you have to step away from what you're attached to open up to what you can do. Don't be limited to what people have told you you are.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I did get some feedback back then, which wasn't very nice. But I guess I know in my heart it's not true, or mostly not true. And yeah, I think I know what you mean about being attached to certain ways of perceiving the world around me, I guess is what you meant.
Think of the difference between truth and honesty. It always seems important. They're very different things.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you so much for letting us support you by answering a question. Appreciate you being here. And there's so much more going on tonight. We are getting to the stage of closing up our intuitive panel. We have one other practitioner that is going to introduce herself in a moment. We have another practitioner as well that is going to be coming in another hour. That is Dr. Mojo. She does cardology, self-care through the cards, and Ongoing tonight, she's going to be offering the Celestial Trinity card reading, Sun Essence, Moon Emotions, Planet Ruler gifts. That's $15 and it's free to watch in her breakout room number 14. And then we are going to be completing our recording for tonight. Keith, stay here. We've got one more practitioner that's going to be introducing herself. So come join us here at jointhefair.com and all of our events at MeWeFairs.com. Thank you everyone for participating in the panel. It's great to have a panel. We need an audience. We need people asking questions and practitioners to answer them. So thank you so much everyone for doing this all together.